In a move that has sent shockwaves through the NFL community, the Dallas Cowboys have parted ways with head coach Mike McCarthy following a dismal 7-10 season that culminated in a crushing defeat to the Philadelphia Eagles. This decision comes amid mounting dissatisfaction from both the fan base and team owner Jerry Jones, who have expressed frustration over the team's underperformance and lack of discipline throughout the season. The 2024 season was anticipated to be a promising one for the Cowboys, especially after 3 consecutive 12-5 records in previous years. However, the team struggled to find consistency, plagued by injuries, including a season-ending hamstring injury to quarterback Dak Prescott, and a defense that failed to meet expectations under new coordinator Mike Zimmer. The Cowboys' elimination from playoff contention for the first time since 2020 further exacerbated tensions within the organization and among its supporters. Owner and general manager Jerry Jones, known for his patience with coaching staff, had previously refrained from making mid-season changes. However, the culmination of a losing season and growing unrest among the fan base left him with little choice but to reevaluate the team's leadership. In a statement released earlier today, Jones remarked, "I believe this team is very close and capable of achieving our ultimate goals, but we need a new direction to get us there." Dallas Cowboys fan sentiment has been overwhelmingly critical of McCarthy's tenure, particularly regarding the team's lack of discipline and failure to perform in crucial moments. The Cowboys were among the most penalized teams in the league, a statistic that did not go unnoticed by former players and analysts. Hall of Famer Michael Irvin notably commented on the situation, stating, "The Cowboys need a coach who can instill stricter discipline." The search for McCarthy's replacement is already underway, with several high-profile names being floated as potential candidates. One such name is Deion Sanders, a former Cowboys star who has found success in the collegiate coaching ranks with the Colorado Buffaloes. Sanders' potential return to Dallas has been met with enthusiasm from certain fan segments who believe his leadership could revitalize the franchise. Another candidate generating buzz is Ben Johnson, the offensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions. Johnson has been praised for his innovative offensive schemes and could bring a fresh perspective to the Cowboys' play calling. ESPN's Bill Barnwell suggested that hiring Johnson could benefit the team, given his exceptional work in Detroit. The decision to part ways with McCarthy also raises questions about the future of the current coaching staff, including defensive coordinator Mike Zimmer. Zimmer, who returned to the Cowboys after an 18-year hiatus, was expected to bolster the defense, but failed to deliver the anticipated results. His future with the team remains uncertain as the organization undergoes this transitional period. As the Cowboys embark on the search for a new head coach, the pressure is on to find a leader who can harness the team's talent and steer them back to championship contention. The upcoming offseason will be pivotal not only in terms of coaching decisions, but also in addressing roster needs and salary cap constraints. Vice President Stephen Jones has already indicated that the team anticipates a tight budget, which could impact free agency and contract negotiations. The departure of McCarthy marks the end of a chapter that began with high hopes, but ultimately fell short of expectations. Hired in 2020, McCarthy led the Cowboys to 2 playoff appearances, but was unable to advance past the divisional round. His tenure was marred by inconsistent performances and critical losses, leading to growing discontent among the Cowboys faithful. In the wake of McCarthy's exit, the organization faces the challenge of restoring confidence among its fan base and reestablishing a winning culture. The next head coach will inherit a roster with significant talent, but also notable deficiencies that need to be addressed. The direction the Cowboys choose to take in the coming months will be crucial in determining their trajectory for the foreseeable future. For now, the Cowboys and their fans are left to reflect on a season that began with promise, but ended in disappointment. The hope is that this change in leadership will usher in a new era of success and stability for one of the NFL's most storied franchises. The fallout from McCarthy's departure will extend beyond the coaching position as the Dallas Cowboys organization is now faced with the task of rebuilding the trust and faith of their passionate fan base. Over the course of the 2024 season, fans voiced their displeasure with not only the team's on-field performance, but also the decisions made by the front office. The overwhelming sentiment among Cowboys Nation was that the team failed to capitalize on its championship window, a notion that resonates with analysts and critics alike. For years, Jerry Jones has been both praised and criticized for his hands-on approach to running the Cowboys. While his unwavering commitment to the franchise is undeniable, many believe that his reluctance to delegate more control to a general manager has stifled the team's progress. Critics argue that this centralized decision-making structure has hindered the Cowboys' ability to adapt to the rapidly evolving dynamics of the NFL. With McCarthy out of the picture, there is now renewed scrutiny on Jones's leadership and the broader organizational philosophy. Adding to the complexity is the challenge of managing the Cowboys' star-studded roster under salary cap constraints. Key players such as Micah Parsons, CeeDee Lamb, and Trayvon Diggs have cemented themselves as cornerstones of the franchise, but retaining and building around them will require strategic planning. The Cowboys also face tough decisions regarding aging veterans and underperforming players whose contracts may no longer align with the team's long-term vision. On the offensive side of the ball, the Cowboys' lackluster production in 2024 became a glaring weakness. The team ranked near the bottom of the league in total offense, struggling to maintain drives and convert in critical situations. Despite the presence of standout talents like Lamb and Tony Pollard, the Cowboys were plagued by inefficiency and inconsistency, prompting calls for a complete overhaul of the offensive scheme. Fans and analysts alike have emphasized the importance of hiring a head coach with a proven track record of offensive innovation, someone who can unlock the full potential of the roster. Defensively, the Cowboys also failed to meet expectations. After a promising 2023 season that saw the defense emerge as one of the league's best, the unit regressed under Zimmer's leadership. Issues with missed tackles, blown coverages, and an inability to generate pressure on opposing quarterbacks became recurring themes throughout the season. The team's failure to close out games, particularly in one-score situations, underscored the need for a more cohesive and aggressive defensive strategy moving forward. The decision to move on from McCarthy has also reignited discussions about the broader culture within the Cowboys organization. For years, the franchise has been characterized by high expectations and relentless scrutiny, a reality that can be both motivating and burdensome for players and coaches.